Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder, lesson number 85. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and review a couple of example sentences for each. We'll finish with a story and a quick recap of each word. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get started. First, listen to me read the words. Chronicle, compendious, defamatory, agriculture, harangue, etymology, redolent, adverse, winsome, vitriolic. Chronicle. This means a factual written account of important or historical events in the order of their occurrence as a noun. Record a related series of events in a factual and detailed way as a verb. So this word chronicle implies chronology, that events are in order, typically by dates or times. And also, when we're thinking of this word chronicle, we're thinking of like a certain level of detail, so some specificity. The Chronicles of Narnia is a popular children's series that reviews the epic adventures related to this story, and it's a great example of this word used in a sort of modern context. Examples are the ancient chronicle provided a detailed account of the kingdom's rise and fall. Their family chronicle, passed down through generations, was a cherished heirloom. Compendious. This means containing or presenting the essential facts of something in a comprehensive but concise way. It's an adjective. So you want, for example, a security briefing for a president to be compendious. It contains all the crucial info, but it's not long and drawn out, and it doesn't have excessive detail. Examples are the professor assigned a compendious textbook that covered the entire scope of the course. The Compendious Guide to Gardening was a valuable resource for novice gardeners. Defamatory. When referring to remarks, writing, etc., it means damaging the good reputation of someone, slanderous, libellous. It's an adjective. So defamation is illegal in the United States, and the key part of a defamatory statement is that it is untrue. And typically the intent is to slander or ruin the reputation of someone, but the key underlying factor is that it's a lie. It's completely made up. So you'll often see popular figures, music artists getting into these defamation suits because they've been attacked unfairly as a public figure by someone who was making things up. Examples are the tabloid published a defamatory article accusing the celebrity of criminal activity without evidence. Making defamatory remarks about someone's character can have serious legal consequences. Agriculture. This means the science or practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide food, wool, and other products. It's a noun. So when we think of agriculture, just think farming, but in typically a larger scale. And a lot of countries rely economically heavily on agriculture. It's the major food source for those on the planet. So of course it's very important. Examples are agriculture has been the backbone of the economy in rural communities for centuries. Sustainable agriculture practices aim to minimize environmental impacts while maximizing productivity. Harangue. This means a lengthy and aggressive speech as an adjective. Lecture someone at length in an aggressive and critical manner as a verb. So you don't want to be the recipient of a harangue. That sounds terrible. A harangue is basically an aggressive tirade that is delivered by one person towards another person or group of people. The last major harangue I think I received was when I was a child and all of the school children were misbehaving and the teachers got us all together and just kind of lectured us and shouted at us and were very angry, and it was very odd. But yes, that is the meaning of harangue. Examples are: the politician delivered a lengthy harangue against his opponents, filled with accusations and inflammatory rhetoric. She endured her boss's daily harangue about workplace productivity without complaint. Etymology. This means the history of a word or phrase shown by tracing its development and relationships as a noun. A branch of linguistics dealing with etymologies as a noun. So, this idea of etymology is basically the origins of words and the origin of language. English and a lot of other Romance languages has Latin roots, and you can trace the origins of words through the study of those words. And that study would be etymology. Examples are: studying the etymology of words can provide insights into their origins and development. The etymology of the word computer can be traced back to Latin roots. Redolent. This means strongly reminiscent or suggestive of. It's an adjective. Typically, this word is associated with smells and scents, but not necessarily. This idea of redolent is just kind of evoking an association and being kind of related to something. I might say that when I walked into the parlor, the cigar smoke was redolent of my childhood because my grandfather smoked cigars. Examples are: the air was redolent with the scent of blooming flowers in the springtime. The perfume she wore was redolent of jasmine and sandalwood. Adverse. This means preventing success or development as an adjective, harmful, unfavorable as an adjective. So you definitely don't want adverse outcomes. You want successful outcomes. For example, if someone's receiving a heart transplant, if their body has an adverse reaction to that transplant, that means that the surgery is likely to be unsuccessful. Examples are: the adverse weather conditions forced the cancellation of the outdoor event. Adverse circumstances can sometimes reveal a person's true character. Winsome. This means attractive or appealing in appearance or character. It's an adjective. Typically, there's an implication that that person is somewhat youthful as well. So a young woman might be described as winsome if she's out during the summer in a sundress, just enjoying the lovely weather. That young woman might be described as winsome if she has a light and pleasing demeanor. Examples are: the winsome smile of the child charmed everyone in the room. The puppy's winsome antics melted the hearts of its new owners. Vitriolic. This means filled with bitter criticism or malice. It's an adjective. So something that's vitriolic is really hateful and really negative. In politics, a lot of times the discourse is vitriolic, and that's why I don't do much with politics so much anymore. That is what I studied for a lot of my education, and the vitriolic nature of, in particular, American politics is really hard to stomach sometimes. Examples are: the online debate turned vitriolic as participants resorted to personal attacks. The politician's vitriolic speech only served to further divide the nation. So, let's read a story so we can get some extra practice. In the heart of rural America, amidst fields redolent with the scent of freshly turned soil, stood Joe, a winsome farmer with a passion for agriculture. His decision to run for a state Senate seat was met with both support and vitriolic criticism from his opponents. Despite the adverse comments, Joe remained undeterred, his resolve unyielding as he embarked on his campaign trail. Armed with a compendious knowledge of farming practices and a chronicle of his family's struggles and triumphs, Joe addressed the community with genuine warmth and sincerity, shunning the defamatory tactics of his adversaries. His speeches were not mere harangues, but heartfelt conversations rooted in the etymology of his rural upbringing. As he traveled from town to town, Joe listened attentively to the concerns of farmers and rural residents, offering practical solutions to their challenges. His winsome demeanor and genuine empathy won over even the most skeptical voters. Despite facing a barrage of defamatory attacks and adverse media coverage, Joe remained steadfast, focusing on the issues that truly mattered to his constituents. On Election Day, the community rallied behind him, recognizing his dedication to their values and way of life. In a historic victory, Joe was elected to the state Senate, becoming a beacon of hope for farmers and rural communities everywhere. His triumph was not just a personal one, but a testament to the enduring spirit of agriculture and the power of integrity in politics. So let's review these words quickly, and I'll spell as we go. Chronicle, Chronicle, is a factual written account of important or historical events, or it could be the act of recording those events in a factual or detailed way. Compendious, Compendious, means containing or presenting the essential facts of something in a way that is comprehensive but concise. Defamatory, Defamatory. So when referring to remarks or writing damaging the good reputation of someone. Agriculture, Agriculture, is the science or practice of farming, including both crops and animals. Harangue, Harangue, is a lengthy and aggressive speech or lecture. Etymology, Etymology, is the study of the origin of words. Redolent, Redolent, is strongly reminiscent or suggestive of. Adverse, Adverse, means preventing success or development, harmful, unfavorable. Winsome, Winsome, is attractive or appealing in appearance or character. Vitriolic, Vitriolic, means filled with bitter criticism or malice. So, again, those words are Chronicle, Compendious, Defamatory, Agriculture, Harangue, Etymology, Redolent, Adverse, Winsome, Vitriolic. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and there are more forthcoming. I'll put playlists and videos right down here. Please ask questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.